On this week's edition of the Hopkinton Hangout Hour, we received an update about the Downtown Corridor project from David Daltorio and Michelle Murdock.
Now, just a recap, just in case anybody in town doesn't know you, you're both very familiar faces. Just tell us what you quickly do.
Michelle, go you first.
Sure, I'll go first. I basically do communications for the Main Street Corridor project. I worked previously through easement acquisitions, and now we're working through the construction phase. So I'm responsible for distributing the construction advisories, and I'm the primary contact for abutters or residents that have questions that they can direct through me.
Thanks. Dave?
I'm the town engineer here in Hopkinton. I've been assigned the Main Street Corridor project to oversee as the project manager. I've worked on the project since starting here as the town engineer back in 2010. Back then we were selecting the designers for the project. And now we've been in construction since March of this year. We'll be here for another 2.5 years for the construction of the Main Street project as we start to ramp things up this summer.
How is it going?
Yeah, the work's on schedule with the contractor. They've hit, what the first type of work they want to do is all the underground kind of work. Anything we have to do excavations and trenching and dig holes. Because as folks may or may not know, as the project progresses, once all that underground work is done, they're going to be relocating the curbs and putting in the bike lane and putting in sidewalks on both sides of the road, doing all the realignment of the roadway and realignment of the intersections. So putting in the new traffic signals, but kind of all the work that leads up to that, you got to get all the work that's say below grade underground first. So that's kind of the first phase of the project is what they've been doing since March, is putting in all the new drainage infrastructure for the town. We've kind of designed the new infrastructure for the town, the drainage system. We're upgrading all the pipes, making the drainage pipes larger. We did a complete basin study.
We were joined by the Friends of Hopkinton and their marathon runner, Morgan Woodman.
Morgan is connected, and Morgan, tell us what you're doing.
I'm going to be running the Boston Marathon for the Friends of Hopkinton, and I'm really excited, and I'm working to donate some money there, so I'm trying to fundraise and collect that.
Okay. So have you always been a runner?
I have not always been a distant runner,
Okay.
but I used to sprint. I did track in high school, and distance running is kind of new to me.
Mm-hmm.
I did attempt the Newport, Rhode Island Marathon last year,
Okay.
but it was virtual because of COVID.
Yep.
So this will be my first real feeling marathon. I'm so
Right.
excited with crowds and a start and finish line.
All right. So I am not a runner, and I don't know anything about running, but I suggest you not sprint. Yeah.
Oh no,
26.2
I will
miles.
not be.
And the Newport, though it was virtual, you actually did run
Yes.
a full marathon.
I did.
And how was that? So your first one, how was it? How did it go?
It was painful.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was really fun, and I felt really happy when I was done with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice when you run distance because you kind of you can take your time. There's no, well, for me at least, I take my time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to win it, and I think it's really great. You have no one to beat but yourself. So.
DPW Director John Westerling also gave us an update.
A lot of work going on in town, so I'm just going to go down my little list here. You got some repaving going on some of the streets, like parts of West Main, parts of School Street, and I noticed parts of Legacy Farm, it said on the notice. Can you clarify that for me a little?
Sure. When Legacy Farm was constructed, the old Rafferty Road, which ran from Cedar Street to Wilson Street, that was renamed Legacy Farms Road North for continuity purposes. So when you see the fact that we're paving what's today Legacy Farms Road North, it's actually the old Rafferty Road. And that pavement is very old, very distressed, and in dire need of paving. And if I can, Mike, just to explain, we're using a new process this year, which, speaking of environmentally friendly, it's a less expensive and it's a more environmentally friendly method, and it's called cold in-place recycling. If folks are familiar with the old processes that we'd use, we would either grind up the top 2 inches of pavement, haul it away and bring in new pavement, or we would fully construct the roadway by grinding everything into one, the gravel, the pavement, and we'd have to remove some of that material. This cold in place recycling, it's a fabulous process in that there's a train of trucks that go up the roadway and they scrape off the top 2 or 3 inches of old pavement and they immediately mix it with Portland cement and liquid asphalt, and they put it back down on the road instantaneously. And what that does is we no longer have to haul aggregate or the stone away. We don't have to pay for disposal of it. We don't have to replace it with new aggregate. We don't end up with roads that are just in a gravel state for several days or maybe even weeks, which causes dust problems and runoff if we get heavy rain. So it's a process that we're very excited about this year. And we're looking forward to great results on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different roadways.